Did you know that 95% of people forget their dreams shortly after waking up? Imagine having vivid, bizarre, and colorful experiences in your sleep, only to watch them slip away the moment you open your eyes. Have you ever woken up with the feeling that you were just in a whole other world? Couldn't recall even a single detail? You're not alone. The phenomenon of dream amnesia is something almost everyone experiences. But why exactly does it happen? Is it just a random glitch in our brain, or is there something more to it? Dreams are some of the most captivating and puzzling experiences we have as humans. From ancient civilizations who believed dreams were messages from the gods, to modern neuroscientists who study sleep patterns, our fascination with dreaming has persisted throughout history. And yet, despite the wealth of research into the science of sleep, one question remains a mystery. Why do we forget our dreams? Have you ever woken up with a vivid dream on your mind, only to watch it fade away as you start your morning routine? Colors, emotions, and stories all begin to blur, and within minutes, the dream has vanished as though it never existed. Why is it so difficult to hold on to these nighttime adventures? In today's video, we're diving into the mysteries of dream amnesia, exploring the fascinating reasons behind why we forget our dreams, science of sleep, and even some surprising theories that might change the way you view your dreams forever. For many people, the frustration of forgetting dreams is all too familiar. We wake up with lingering feelings from dreams, sometimes intense or strange, only to realize that we can't remember the details. Have you ever woken up and tried desperately to hold on to a dream, replaying fragments in your mind, only to have it slip away completely? If you've ever felt this frustration, you're certainly not alone. Studies suggest that over 90% of dream content is forgotten shortly after waking. What's even more fascinating is that the dreams we do remember tend to be fragmented, and only small pieces of a much larger narrative. But why is it that our brains, which create these elaborate dreamscapes, also make it so hard to recall them? To understand why we forget dreams, it's essential to first understand how dreams form. During sleep, the brain cycles through different stages, from light sleep to deep sleep, and finally to REM, rapid eye movement sleep, which is the stage where the most vivid and memorable dreams occur. REM sleep is a fascinating phase. During this time, the brain becomes incredibly active, almost as active as when we're awake. Our eyes move rapidly under our closed lids, our breathing becomes irregular, and our body undergoes temporary paralysis to prevent us from physically acting out our dreams. Here's where things get interesting. During REM sleep, prefrontal cortex, part of the brain responsible for logic, decision-making, and memory formation, becomes less active. This means that while we're dreaming, the parts of our brain responsible for rational thought and memory are not fully engaged. At the same time, other parts of the brain, such as the limbic system, which governs emotions and memory, light up with heightened activity. This creates the perfect environment for emotionally charged, vivid, and often illogical dreams to occur. However, because the prefrontal cortex is offline during REM sleep, our ability to store these dream memories is significantly impaired. Essentially, the brain is not wired to retain dreams in the same way it retains waking experiences. This is one of the reasons why dreams often feel so strange and fragmented when we do remember them. The part of the brain responsible for creating a coherent story isn't fully functioning. Additionally, the neurotransmitters in our brain, such as acetylcholine and serotonin, which play crucial roles in memory formation, undergo significant changes during sleep. As we transition from REM sleep to wakefulness, the balance of these chemicals shifts, making it difficult for dream memories to transfer from short-term to long-term storage. Now let's take this a step further. One of the most compelling theories to explain dream amnesia is the concept of the reality firewall. According to this theory, our brains have evolved to quickly suppress dream memories to protect us from the confusion that could arise if we retained too many details from the dream world. Dreams are often bizarre, defying the laws of physics, logic, and time. You might dream of flying, of talking to a deceased relative, or of experiencing impossible situations. If these memories were too vivid or too long-lasting, they could blur the lines between reality and imagination. Imagine waking up with a vivid memory of flying or teleporting. If these memories lingered too long, could create confusion in your waking consciousness. This theory is supported by research on individuals with mental health conditions like schizophrenia, who often experience difficulty distinguishing between dreams and reality. In these individuals, the lines between the dream world and the waking world become blurred, leading to confusion and disorientation. By quickly forgetting our dreams, our brains may be protecting us from the chaos of the dream world. The reality firewall acts as a mental filter, ensuring that the strange, illogical events we experience while dreaming don't interfere with our ability to function in the real world. Another reason we might forget dreams is to protect ourselves from emotional overload. Dreams are not just random collections of images and sensations. They are often emotionally charged experiences. You may have had dreams in which you felt intense joy, fear, sadness, or anger, sometimes even more powerfully than in waking life. If all of these emotions carried over into your waking consciousness, they could overwhelm you, making it difficult to manage your real-life emotions. Psychologists suggest that forgetting dreams serves as a protective, emotional buffer. By forgetting the majority of our dreams, we are shielded from starting the day with unnecessary emotional baggage. Have you ever woken up feeling unusually sad or anxious, even though you couldn't remember what you were dreaming about? This lingering emotional residue is common, but it's much less overwhelming than if you were to remember every detail your emotionally charged dreams. By quickly discarding dream memories, the brain protects us from being weighed down by emotions that aren't rooted in reality. Studies have shown that individuals who report higher dream recall tend to score higher on measures of emotional sensitivity, suggesting that forgetting dreams may be a natural defense mechanism to prevent emotional overload. There's another theory that dreams serve as a kind of subconscious sorting process. During sleep, our brain is hard at work processing the day's experiences, sorting important memories from trivial ones and making connections between seemingly unrelated pieces of information. In this view, dreams are not just random flights of fancy. They are part of a critical cognitive process that helps us process and integrate new information. Once this sorting process is complete, there is no longer a need to remember the dream itself. The important pieces of information have already been filed away in long-term memory, and the dream itself is discarded. In this sense, forgetting dreams isn't a flaw in our cognitive system. It's an essential feature that allows us to make sense of the world around us without being bogged down by irrelevant details. Interestingly, forgetting dreams might also play a role in creativity. Dreams have long been associated with creativity, and many famous works of art, literature, and scientific discoveries have been inspired by dreams. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Paul McCartney's song Yesterday, and even the structure of the periodic table are all said to have been inspired by dreams. Some cognitive scientists suggest that the creativity crucible occurs when we wake up with only fragments of a dream. These fragments provide the raw material for creative insights and novel ideas. By retaining only partial memories of dreams, our brain may engage in a form of creative problem-solving that wouldn't be possible if we remembered every detail. A study published in Sleep Journal found that individuals who were awakened during REM sleep showed an increase in creative problem-solving abilities. Interestingly, the boost in creativity wasn't directly related to the content of the dreams themselves, but rather to the process of emerging from the dream state with fragmented memories. This suggests that the act of forgetting dreams may help us make new and unexpected connections, fostering creativity and innovation. Sleep is also a critical time for memory consolidation, a process by which our brain transfers information from short-term memory to long-term storage. This process is particularly active during REM sleep, when most vivid dreaming occurs. Some scientists believe that dream amnesia may be a side effect of this memory consolidation process. As our brain works to strengthen important memories, the narratives of our dreams are often sacrificed. Research has shown that the same brain mechanisms that help us forget unnecessary details while awake are also active during sleep. By forgetting dreams, our brain may be freeing up mental resources to focus on retaining memories that are more relevant to our waking lives. Dream amnesia is a fascinating intersection of biology, psychology, and even evolution. Whether it's the brain's reality firewall, the emotional buffer, or the subconscious sorting process, the act of forgetting dreams serves multiple purposes that benefit our mental and emotional well-being. It helps us navigate the complexities of waking life without being weighed down by the chaos and confusion of the dream world. From an evolutionary perspective, forgetting dreams may have given our ancestors an advantage by allowing them to focus on real-world dangers and opportunities, rather than being preoccupied with the bizarre scenarios of the dream world. In the wild, our early ancestors needed to be sharp and alert to their environment, and if they carried too much dream memory into their waking life, it could blur the lines between reality and fantasy, ultimately risking survival. This evolutionary theory highlights why our brains may have developed mechanisms to prioritize certain memories while discarding others. Furthermore, dream amnesia may also play a key role in emotional regulation. Dreams can be intense, both in terms of narrative and the emotions they evoke. From fear and anxiety to joy and excitement, the emotional weight of dreams can sometimes surpass what we experience in our daily lives. If we remember every dream, we might wake up with heightened emotions, making it difficult to separate the dream world from real emotional states. By forgetting dreams, we prevent emotional overload and start the day with a clean, emotional slate. Another exciting aspect of dreams is their potential role in creative problem-solving. Although we often forget the full narrative of our dreams, the remnants of them can inspire creative breakthrough. Many famous artists, scientists, and thinkers have credited their dream experiences for sparking major ideas or innovations. Interestingly, it may be the partial forgetfulness of dreams that fuels this creative process. When the brain tries to fill in the gaps of what we can't fully remember, it leads to new connections and ideas that wouldn't have been possible if we had remembered the dream in full detail. This combination of fragmented memory and imagination allows us to access novel solutions to problems. Looking at dream amnesia from the perspective of memory optimization, it becomes clear that this isn't just a flaw in our cognitive system. It's an essential feature that enables our brain to efficiently manage the vast amount of information we take in. Sleep is a time for our brain to consolidate important memories, organize our thoughts, and make sense of what we've experienced throughout the day. The content of dreams, though intriguing, may not hold as much relevance for our waking life, and so the brain discards it to focus on more essential information. By freeing up mental resources, the brain can optimize its processing power for tasks that matter during the day. Moreover, the ability to forget dreams may have a role in maintaining our sense of self. During REM sleep, when most dreams occur, our brain enters a state of consciousness that is entirely different from waking life. Some researchers suggest that if we retain too many of these dream memories, it could disrupt our sense of identity or even create confusion about what is real and what is imagined. Forgetting dreams may help reinforce the boundary between our waking consciousness and the dream world, ensuring that we maintain a stable sense of self as we move through different states of consciousness. Finally, there are more speculative theories that delve into quantum mechanics and alternate realities. Some researchers and philosophers have suggested that dreams could be glimpses into parallel universes or alternate versions of ourselves. While this is far from being a widely accepted idea, it taps into the notion that our consciousness might interact with complex layers of reality during sleep. If this were true, forgetting dreams could be a crucial mechanism to prevent us from becoming overwhelmed by the sheer number of possibilities explored in the dream state. Dream amnesia, though seemingly frustrating, serves multiple critical purposes in our cognitive and emotional well-being. Whether it's protecting us from emotional overload, helping maintain the boundary between reality and imagination, facilitating creative problem-solving, or optimizing memory processing, the act of forgetting dreams is an essential feature of how our brains function. So the next time you wake up with only a faint memory of a dream, know that your brain is working exactly as it should, preserving your mental clarity for the waking world.